I'm at the Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium. There's so much going on here. It is such a beautiful exhibit. There's over a mile worth of exhibits here. So with that much to see and do, you know there's a whole lot of work that goes into it. So I want to see a little bit behind the scenes. So I'm going to see what it's like a day in the life of an aquarist here at Wonders of Wildlife. Come on. I've caught up with Melissa. Now your job title here is aquarist. Am I saying that correctly?
Correct, yep.
What does that mean?
So the aquarists are the people in your zoos and aquarium that are going to take care of your fish primarily. We also have a little bit of variation here. So in addition to my fish, I also take care of some of our herps, which are reptiles and amphibians. So we actually start at about 6 a.m. so that way we can get everything out front ready for our guests before we open at 9.
So what are we doing right now?
This morning we're going to do a little bit of food prep. So we are going to be working for our Out to Sea exhibit. That is the one where we do offer helmet diving in there. That's an excursion that you can check out on our website if you wanted to ever book that. So this is one of actually 4 kitchens that we have here at Wonders of Wildlife, depending on which area of the building you're working in. So this is going to cover what we call our Upper A and Amazon area, and that's going to include that shark tank, as well as some of our other smaller saltwater tanks, and then all of our freshwater Amazon species, as well as our freshwater native species.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I have what it takes to do this job, okay?
Right,
so let's get started.
So first thing we're gonna want is definitely some gloves. You don't want to smell like fish all day.
I do smell the fish. It's a little fishy in here.
The diet prep we're gonna be doing for today is primarily for some of the smaller fish in that shark tank, so some of our grunts and jacks. And so for today, like I said, we're gonna be doing, it's called a broadcast feed. So we do a couple different kinds of feeds here. Your broadcast is kind of like a satellite. You just kind of toss it out there strategically. So we'll toss out about a handful at a time, make sure that it's getting eaten, and then toss out some more
so
as it
nothing goes to waste? Or?
Correct,
Okay.
Yep, yeah, and that way we can kind of better see what's happening. It's also a lot better for our water quality to not have a ton of leftover food in that water.
Right,
so.
sitting there rotting, yeah.
So yeah, we want to make sure we're always going to look and see at our diets. We want to make sure we're getting a good range of nutrients for all our fish. First, we'll start with shelling some shrimp, so that's why we got our garbage can here. So just like you would at home, you just kind of take those shells off and we'll just toss them right in the trash.
You're basically the fish chef right now.
Pretty much. So as an aquarist, we're kind of a range of personal chef, janitor, and babysitter. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna chop up everything in there. And when you're working with fish, a lot of them are what's called gape limited. So what that means is they can only fit something in their mouth that's just slightly under the size of their mouth.
So each kind of fish that you have, do they like a variety of things to eat, or do each one kind of go towards a certain type of food?
For the most part, most of them are definitely going to be meat eaters, so that's why we are going to have a lot of that shrimp, squid, fish in here.
So they like the variety?
Yeah, we definitely like to feed a variety as well. It's going to get them more nutrients depending on what we're feeding, and then maybe, for instance, one of them today decides he doesn't like squid and only wants shrimp. Well, he still gets to eat because we've got the shrimp too. So this is the Out to Sea exhibit. This is the one we're going to be feeding some this morning. Now, typically when we do this, we are scattering in this general direction here, just a small handful at a time.
You know, I could just sit here and stare at this literally all day.
Yeah.
And I think if I worked here, that's what I would probably end up doing. So I think I'm going to leave it to you.
All right.
But thank you so much for the experience. This has been fabulous.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming.